Well, if there's a bit of rain and whatnot, thunder and lightning, it's because it's 10 o'clock in the morning and this is happening. So, if you pick up any of the noise in the video, this is why. What is up, everyone? So we are back with the Tetra18 K1 by Panda Hobbies. And I was having a binding issue in the driveline. You can see the angles, things are kind of off a little bit. And one of my viewers, Brandon Graves, says that if I move all the shocks to the lowest shock mount points, that this will stop that. And he also said that it's been working pretty good for him, so I'm going to give that a try. And also on the front, JDRC left a comment that if I flip this front bumper mount, as you can see in there that it sets down, so if you flipped it, it'd be setting up. That would help my bumper issue where I was having it catch on everything. So I'm going to do both of those things, and those could turn out to be just a couple of free mods that really make this thing perform better. So let's give it a try. So I've opened up our Panda Hobbies wheels now that I've got the shocks lowered and that bumper flip. That really did the job. When you put the front end on it, you can see it brought it up a lot higher. That rain's really picking up, hope you guys can hear. So these tires are actually really nice. Look how sticky they are. That is crazy. It's still stuck together. But they also come with a weight in them, so that's awesome. But what I'm going to do is these foams are just way too thick. Look how much larger they are than the tire they go in. So in order to take care of that, because they're just a little bit too stiff for me, I like to have more flex. I'm going to cut into them first. And just take a ring all the way around so they're not as wide for one. Yeah, it's really letting loose outside. Alright, now that I got that donut cut free, that's already should give it a lot more room to move around and flex. I'm gonna star cut them. So I usually pull my first one out to kind of give me an idea where I'm at. And then I just work my way on around. And I'll just pluck all those out and fit it back in the tire. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do all that, and then I'm going to get back with you after I've got it cut, show you kind of what it looks like, and then we'll get it put back in. And this is how it turned out. And we have removed a lot of foam. Yeah, they're not perfect, not the best star cut job I've ever done, but it's kind of a small, difficult foam to work with. But the amount of material that we removed is going to make a huge difference. Look at the amount of foam that we took out. So I'm going to do this to the rest of the tires and put them all back together, and we'll go from there. Well, here it is, tires mounted back on, and I went ahead and painted the wheels while I was at it. Thought I'd set it off a little bit better. I like it. We've flipped the bumper mount over and moved all the shocks to the lowest position. And we will see how this works. But before that, this is the amount of foam that I took out of these tires. So as you can imagine, they should conform around to what we're going over a lot better. A lot squishier. So alright, let's get this thing out on the rocks and see what it does. One more thing to mention, these wheels are hard to pull off the axles. So you want to pinch right here when you're working them free and hold on to your C-hub so you don't pull your C-hub out of place. And you just pull back and forth and keep working them. They'll eventually pop off there. But after you get them off, if you take a 7/64 drill bit and run through there, They fit back on real nice, or just any larger drill bit you have around. If you don't have a drill bit, use a hobby knife to spin it around real carefully. What's up, everybody? So we're out here and ready to go. The rain has finally stopped, and what better place to go than one of my favorite crawl spots for these micro RCs. So let's get her out there and get her going. Alright, coming into view now. Let's reverse it up a few times, see if we have any binding issues. That's when I was having the binding issues, was when I was going in reverse. So far, that's running a lot more smoothly. I can tell through the throttle, too. I like those silver wheels. Alright, let's go over here. See if we can come at it from a bit of a sidewall angle, go into a different surface, to changing the sidewall to a different direction. We can seem to handle that all right. This might be a little sketchy. Alright, that handled that pretty good. So we've tested the tires and how they conform and whether the binding issue straightened out. Let's see this approach angle here. Alright, it got it. See if I can make the transition over to this other side without flipping. Alright, it made it awesome. One-handed driving, folks. You know how interesting that can be. Got her in a nice hole there. Alright, everybody, good news, bad news. So all of our mods worked out amazingly. There was no more binding in reverse. The tires conform better, and the approach angle is better, which allowed us to climb some steeper angles. On the bad note, when I was stuck in that hole over there, I probably should have let off the gas, but I kept trying to goose it back and forth. You saw that, and here's our end result. I completely twisted this drive shaft around and off right there in the center. So right now we are front wheel drive only, but I wanted to show you that you can see normally when you move these in reverse they were binding, they twist and bind. So the binding issue is I'd say pretty much gone. I didn't have any bindings the entire time we were driving. I can still feel some resistance. I'd like to get that smoother, but what can you do? We'll have to work on that some more later. I need to get these parts ordered and we'll get this thing back on the road. Now, if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe and that thumbs up on the way out. Would greatly appreciate it. And then I'll be able to get back to you later with more of these mods, and I'll probably be back with a new set of drive shafts soon, so we'll get back out on adventures. Have a great one, everybody. Catch you on the next video.